Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James, and fresh off PAX, I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How's things, mate?
I'm sore.
Are we all? Yeah, it's been a long weekend. That's that day.
Walking takes a toll sometimes. And we also you might not. I survived it. There was a
The
great
evacuation.
evacuation. Well, actually, I lied. I wasn't actually there. We'll get to
Oh,
that later.
oh, see, I was there for the evacuation part. No, let's start with that.
I was
Let's
half
talk.
there. Okay, we'll go. Right. So I sort of didn't really know what was going on because on the Saturday, I didn't really do much to the expo stuff because it was quite packed, as expected on the Saturday. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for a late lunch. So I did. Came back, lined up for a panel that was happening. I thought, you know what, I don't want to go to this panel. I'll go to the expo instead. Got to the doors. Guy said, can't go in. We're evacuating the place. I went, oh. So I just went back to the panel.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then they said over the loudspeaker, said it's a false alarm, and everyone cheered. There was rejoice.
I was sitting in the media room, got ushered out of the whole building, and then I don't know if you've seen any of the photos at all. I'll have to send one to you separately. Have you seen anything of the Spider-Men that were bouncing around?
I saw it. There was on top of a. There's three of them climbing on a monument of some sort.
Four of them in the end. We even
Four.
got a
I
we even
saw
got a black suit
three.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I looked at. There was one on the very top of the. What do you call it? A statue or sculpture?
Yeah, whatever that thing is. It's a strange.
I'm
strange
surprised, and
thing.
I'm quite surprised that well, actually, you can't really complain because it's outside of the exhibition center, so it's not like they can do anything about it unless the coppers taser them. But then that's just
that would be a police issue.
downright silly.
That's
but they won't
property.
do anything wrong. They're just making space for four other people because there was
starting to worry that that thing wasn't going to be able to take the weight of the four different. And I've sent you a photo of it too. That it wasn't going to take the weight of the four different Spider-Men on it. None of them were big fat boys, but like they were, pretty normal weight. Actually,
oh wow,
yeah, they were one by one gradually scaling it, and I mean, it totally entertained me and the crowd. I was actually like, the minute or two before I got cleared out for the evacuation, I was packing my bags to head down to the car park, and I was going to drive home for the day. Only for the evacuation to force me outside and then see these Spider-Men climbing up all over that sculpture thing. It was good fun. You could see the crowd getting really entertained and into the whole thing. It was a good vibe. There was also a lot of confusion. And then the highlight for me was then after it was all done, you're right, there was the cheer and everyone was allowed in. They
wouldn't let you in, yeah.
They didn't manage
no.
the thing right. Well, like I got in, and heaps of other people did. And I was walking around looking for some PR or whatever. Just before I went off the car, I'm like, may as well find out what actually went on from someone. So I popped in there, walking around the floor, couldn't find anyone, and left. What I didn't realize I couldn't find anyone is because they had kind of let a bunch of the public in, and then gone,
let
shit,
the other half out. Yeah,
they've not let the exhibitors in. So literally all these gamers are in there with free reign right now of the cards, of the. Surely there was some theft.
They could have started looting.
Yeah, could have been chaos. It wasn't though. But as I like, all right, couldn't find anyone, walked out. Then there's the security guy going, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" I'm getting out. What's going on? He goes, "We didn't let the exhibitors in." Like, yeah, okay, suck shit. And I walked down to the car park, jumped in my car, drove home, and end day 2 of PAX. But yeah, that was a one-off. I did see a Facebook post from Yug, who's one of the leads of all things PAX. And he's like, yep, that's a first. And he's done his PAX Wests, and he's done East and Prime and PAX Australia and all those. He goes, that's definitely a first for us. So
yes, first time in 11 years I've ever been evacuated.
I'd be like here and everywhere.
Yeah, and I know, but it's just like it's one of the very odd things. You're like, oh, there's been evacuation. I was like, oh, okay. They didn't seem too stressed about it. I thought, is it a fire? Is it someone being stupid or what? And it's just like, no, it's false alarm.
I mean, in Melbourne, you're like, oh, geez, if someone pulled a knife, like, what's going on at this point? It's getting wild in our city at the moment. So yeah, there was a moment where I've gone, oh shit, this could be bad, only for someone to have set off a smoke alarm. Or maybe it was dodgy.
I reckon there's 4 culprits to that. No, all climbing a sculpture.
They got a lot of me time. They did a good job.
They got their attention. Well done.
It was so entertaining. But anyway, setting that aside, we're there to play video games. None of this board game shit either. Get out of here. Let's talk video games. Matto, what'd you play?
Well, speaking of board games, I thought I'll go for. I'm one of those
Oh, yeah.
people like, yeah, they should
Pain
just
in the
get
ass.
they should just get rid of it. But then I went down there. It was quite packed. There were a lot of people down there. I thought, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
tabletop's
can't.
getting real
It's
big.
getting ridiculous. Like cards, like I think cards and tabletops, like everyone's just getting on top of the old Pokemon card phase and Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe some other things too, and food. But
Well, yeah, Magic's really kicking off at the moment. And they're having all sorts of collaborations that have even caught my interest because there's that PlayStation one that's been buzzing around. Like, oh, I don't think I can
well,
justify
there
it.
was a Spider-Man one too.
There's a
I saw.
Spider-Man one. There's an Avatar Legend of Aang one coming up. There's heaps. So good on them, I guess.
Okay, but back to games, real games, the real games.
The stuff we're there for.
Stuff we're there for. The first game, I'll not go. I'll leave the first game that I played till last or second last. But one of the games I did play was, well, God of Wombats wasn't there this year. Totally
No.
fine. Which is fine because this time around there was a lot of indie games there that weren't there last year. Because last year it sort of just felt like, oh, it's the same games that were here the year before. But this time I think only one I saw that was back from last year. It felt like, which we'll get to later.
I mean, our mates. But anyway.
Our mates. The game I played was Infant. I
Oh,
think it's called
how
Infant.
good is it? How
It's
good is
good.
it?
It's really good for. They said, oh, just please let us know. It's in the early stages of development, and from what I played, it's really good for an early stage of development. And I played it on a Steam Deck, and I thought, man, this Steam Deck is really good. So I'd stop playing it because I thought I need to buy one. I thought
I need to buy a
stay
Steam
away.
Deck, yeah.
I need to buy a Steam Deck. It's like no, put it down. But early production, but really good. It's like I've played other games that have been in early production. They've been, I won't say horrible, but really broken. This was definitely not broken. It's, oh, it's a bit of shaky. Not broken at all. But yeah, it was like it did. It sort of didn't really guide you to where to go. That's where I got a little bit confused. But
It does
I
feel
just
like you've
pressed.
been dropped into a tiny little bit, and then it's kind of part Metroidvania as well. So it's a little bit like, where am I going? What am I doing? Cycling around to get that tooth so you can cut through like long grass and stuff. But then,
Even at the start there, when you got your lamp, I was like, where the hell am I going? I was like, that's a prickly thing. That's a rock.
and then you stumble
It's
onto the
that- it's
spider
like-
web to.
Yeah, Spider-Man. But in saying that, like we said, early days. But what I saw from that game, brilliant.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
that was my indie highlight of the entire show. And
And
I spotted it online like a week and a half beforehand. Just like the algorithm just put it in front of me, and I was completely smitten by it. It was the first indie that I made sure to go and see. Just loved what they showed.
and also, I played myself a new game with the indie games this year. I played the game of, I'm going to stand there and watch the game. And if the developers come and talk to me and say, hey, how's it going? And tells me about their game, I'll play it. If they don't, I'll walk.
No good. Yeah, that's fair.
No good. It's like I want people to be enthused and want me to play their game, not just sit there on their phone and it's like, hey, there's a screen there, go play it. They're like, no. No,
And
thank you.
how did that test go? Because I feel like for the most part, this
Oh.
PAX, everyone I saw was pretty engaged and pretty on the boil. And then maybe that started to fizzle out a little bit on the Sunday. But overall, it seemed like
Yeah.
people, like the devs, were
Yes.
pretty switched on.
Yeah, it's like the ones I got to, like there was a big crowd, so they couldn't just get to me. So I thought, you know what? They're doing their job.
They're
I'll
trying.
go somewhere else and trying to find another game, but they're all packed. Which is good. But I think there was some other games there which were mobile games, not a fan of.
Gross.
Click and point. Not the biggest fan of either, so I sort of ignored that. And then sort of like your little puzzle games which make you think. I don't want that. I just want a game that you can just jump, or very simple minded, just be an idiot or whatever. So next one, I was just casually walking past. The guy's gone, hey, you want to play this? I was like, sure, why not? You didn't have to tell me too many details of it. It's Shutter Rush, which is
Oh yeah, I vaguely recall seeing that one. I
it's
didn't
like
play it, but
it's a 4-player, like I don't know if it's like a couch, not couch. Is it couch? Would you call it couch co-op or something? It's
I mean,
battle
if it's-
royale sort of thing.
if it's multiple people with a controller in front of the same TV,
It's pretty
that's
much
couch
just, it's
co-op.
sort of like the old days of GoldenEye, where you just like four on,
Yeah, okay.
just like shoot at each other
Bit of couch
time over
competitive stuff.
time with a time limit. So you just get absolutely destroyed by people. Like I didn't know. I thought, oh, is this my team? And then he shot me. I was like, oh, okay, we're not friends. So next time you shoot it, you just shoot whatever you see. And some guy said, don't run away. He's like, hey, don't tell me how to play this game. I'm
I'll play
playing
it
it.
my way.
It's like you sit over there, developer, and I'll play it my way.
I'm giving
But
you free testing, so just jam it.
free to- And yeah, I played that. And I thought, yeah, it's good fun if you had friends and if you people you didn't want to be friends anymore. Sure, get them to play it too, so you can no longer hit them, throw a control at them, all that stuff.
Yeah, checks out.
So what's my next one? Our next one is trivia deal.
Trivia. Oh no, I don't know that one.
Trivia deal. It's what would you call it? It's like solitaire crossed with Balatro. So you got like what would you call it? It's like a row of cards in a like solitaires, like where you put solitaire, you gotta put like the same card or with like 2, 3 or whatever. But this, it's in trivia form. So you've got to answer the question to try and clear that deck. It's like and
okay.
there's just certain levels and many questions like there's sports, movies, TV, video games, general knowledge, history, arts, toys, musical instruments. That's another one. And
Yeah, okay.
unfortunately for me, and I had like a competition going on to see who could get the highest score. Unfortunately for me, with all the video game questions I got, it was all about the game Rust, a game I have never played. I asked the developer, he's like, oh, how you guys? Like, I've said, there's a lot of questions about Rust. He's like, really? There's only 10 questions. I was like, I think I got half of them.
You
He's
got
like,
all
well,
10 of them.
That's unlucky. It's like, oh, there's only like 10 Rust questions. Like, I think I got about 5 of them. He's like, oh, geez, that's a bit unlucky. But hey, it's coming out next year in March, they're hoping, and I'm going to put it on my wish list because it's one of those games where you'll learn stuff and you get to play a game.
I should keep an eye on my
call that a
Steam on the
win.
way through this. So, yeah, sorry, what was its name again?
Trivia deal.
Trivia deal. Where's my Steam? There it is. Yeah,
Would you
I'll
like
keep a bit of an eye on it as we go.
Like to scan the QR code. That was another big thing this year. Is like everything has a QR code.
Oh, and if anyone wants to, as of because this is going to go up, like 24 hours after, not even less than 24 hours after we record it, less than 12 hours after we record it actually. The demo is available now on Steam, so people can go check it out there
is it?
if you want to go play it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me about the demo. I didn't. I probably didn't ask that question. I just asked when's it out.
You were playing it, so.
I was playing it.
But yeah, there's a demo out now, so people can go check that one out on Steam.
Go play it. Go play it. It is good fun. I also played that on the Steam Deck, which wasn't. Everything was just the Steam Deck. So, you want to play this on the Steam Deck? It's like, sure, why not? They're very.
I mean, yeah, Steam Deck is.
It's good. Like I said,
it's a pretty handy platform.
It's a handy platform, but it's also very dangerous. It's like I'm just going to buy so many games on that and never play it. I do that on my PC already. I don't need to do it on a handheld device. So my next game was, it's a nice, very simple one. Throw rocks at shit.
Yeah, I got no idea. I'm like, where are you finding these games?
I don't know. See, this is what happens when you just randomly walk around and just find games. And it pretty much says it, the name's in the title. What do? You throw rocks at people holding back shit. Literal shit.
What was it called? People throwing rocks at shit.
Just throw rocks at shit.
Throw rocks
at shit. That is the name.
No, it's not on Steam.
Not yet? Okay. Not even on a wish list.
No.
Am I saying that right? I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. But anyway, so when it was done, it was quite funny. They had like the little cards, which there was a big pile of them, and then there was these rocks that they were selling for $1. And I thought, are people actually selling those rocks? And he said yes. And I thought, that's stupid.
Okay.
And I brought one.
Dumb.
I brought one.
Oh shit! You bought it.
I brought one.
Yeah, right.
It was for $1. It was $4, and then I realized it was a bad idea because then I did the shopping. Yes, on a Sunday, went to go get a trolley. I thought, oh, I'll just get my $1 out, which I spent on a rock.
On a rock.
I used it by the rock, so that is my fault. I knew that was going to come.
I don't usually buy rocks.
I don't usually buy rocks, but this time I did. It's a nice looking rock though. But I went in and enjoyed it. It's like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to buy a rock. And this one, it is the only AAA game I played. And there was plenty there this time. Like Nintendo was there with a catalog of games coming out
Nintendo did a good job.
this
Yeah.
year. Xbox was there just cause. I know Ninja Gaiden 4 was there. Just they put it behind a curtain so
As
no one
was
could
the Outer
see it.
Worlds.
Was it?
Outer Worlds 2 was there as well, apparently.
See, if they actually tell people it's there, I would have lined up and gone to play it. But instead, they put it behind a curtain when I was there. Because I looked through and gone, all I saw was people playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. I thought, why the hell would I want to line up just to
Play a
play
game that's
Tony
already
Hawk
out.
Pro Skater 3 and 4? It's like, this is just stupid. I was like, why would I bother? Then I saw pictures like Ninja Gaiden 4 was there. I was like, oh, well, if they advertise that, I may have not played it. See, unlike Nintendo, no curtains. You saw what they're playing. The
Well,
big
Nintendo did
ones
have
are-
some. They did have a curtained off area, but that was for all the mature stuff that's not great for precious little kids. So Elden Ring
I'd
was
say that.
playable in there. Borderlands 4 was playable in there, and there was a few other things too. So the quote unquote
Believe it.
mature games were behind the black Nintendo curtain within the booth,
How creative.
which they did
They-
for the Switch 2 event. Cyberpunk was probably in there too, if I remember.
But they did
But
bring
yeah,
out the big hitters.
the mature stuff.
Pokemon, Kirby, is it Air Raiders? Yes.
Yeah, Kirby Air Riders,
Riders.
Pokemon Legends ZA, Hyrule
Prime.
Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime 4, which I didn't realize was there till Sunday when a guy held up a whiteboard saying waiting time was
Hour and 15.
an hour and 15 minutes. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to wait 2 months for it because that hour and 15 minutes would have been worse than waiting the 2 months for that game to play. Because
No doubt about it.
like you said the demo was short, so it's not really worth standing in line for an hour and 15 minutes for a
To play
short
for
demo.
15 minutes. Yeah.
To play for 15 minutes. Also, Super Mario Galaxy
Mate,
1
we've
and 2
just
was
got to
there.
we've just got to get you a media or content creator pass next year. That way you can go tackle those things in the media hour.
You know what?
Sorry,
you know what I'm
sorry,
gonna do?
people for kind of just leveraging or chuckling a bit. Well, not
And you know
talking
what
about
I'm going to
privilege
do?
and those sorts of things. But
Oh, you know what I'm going to do with that content creator, whatever it is? I'm going to do the whole Mr. Bean thing like in the movie where he's just going around showing it all to the day pass people. And I'm just going to go, ooh, look at me. And then there's everyone else in there. But also Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 was there. And I thought, oh, I want to play it just to see if the controls are good.
Yeah.
But it was like a 20-minute game, like demo, which is good. But I didn't want to like stand there and wait when I could just go walk around and find other things to do.
I mean, the controls are good. So
Well, that's good because that was
people
my
can go
biggest
check out the
concern
review on
with
the
it.
Player 2 website.
Because that was my biggest concern because I'm looking at it going, are they just going to half-ass it like they did with Skyward Sword, which I absolutely hated. Hate those
No,
controls.
they got this right. They got it right.
So that's good. That's good. But the game I did play was none of those. It was. Oh, actually, it was. You did mention it before, which was Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment.
Fan of the demo.
Fan of the demo, and then worst thing was, he's like, "Here, grab that controller." I don't have a pro controller, and I put it in my hand. Oh man, that pro controller felt so good.
It feels real good.
It feels so good, real good. So what I decided to do was go buy a Switch 2 controller.
Oh yeah.
Not the Nintendo one.
Oh,
I was looking around at all the other places.
8-bit
There
dough?
was 8-bit dough is correct. I went to look at Power and they said, "Do you have any Switch 2 controllers?" I said, "Yeah, but they're out in like 3 weeks' time." I was like, "Well, that's 3 weeks too far away." But they did have say, "Oh, hey, here, have a badge. It's got a code to have you get 40% off controllers
Ooh.
till the 17th of October." I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "Okay." And
Jeez,
there was
that's
no Switch 2 there was no Switch 2 controls, so there was no dough. So I went to 8-bit do, and I got this lovely baby blue
Jeez, that looks good.
controller.
That looks
And
real good.
now let's play the prices right here. How much do you reckon I paid for this controller?
Is this before or after the 40%?
No, that's Power A. This is
Oh, that's
8-bit
the
do.
Power.
8-bit do. We're gonna play prices right here. So I'll do the Lariam, the higher or lower.
80,
Lower,
69.
lower. Nice.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not, and I'm not gonna like the kids can get fucked with their other numbers that are close to 69. 49.
Lower,
Get 39.
lower,
29.
lower.
25 bucks.
Correct. I got
Holy
it
shit.
on the Sunday because usually some the exhibitors or whatever they're called, they don't want to take their stuff back, so they just like put it down to a ridiculously stupid price,
That's wild.
and I think it was like $50 or something for through the whole 3 days. It was like, looked at this, like, hey, do you got any Switch 2 controllers compatible? It's like, yeah, that one there. I was like, I'll take it. It was like $25. I was like, how can I not say no to this? There's only one negative to it. There's positives. It works.
It doesn't have
Just as good.
the back buttons from the look of it.
Back buttons. What back buttons? There's back buttons.
The Pro controller. Sorry, I'm using a DualSense, but it has like two back
Oh, does
buttons,
that
like a
toggle
back
things?
pedal, like
Oh
like
yeah,
what you
no,
get from the
it does have that, but it also doesn't have the like with Nintendo, you just press a button and it automatically turns on the Switch 2.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah,
do that.
yeah, okay.
That's okay. But the upside is no microphone function on it, so I don't have
Oh,
to
good.
listen to people speak. And I thought I'll take it for $25. I cannot complain at all with
Yeah,
that.
because the Switch 2 Pro controls like
120.
130. Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Oh, Woolworths is doing. Oh, shit.
Wait, Woolworths?
Woolworths is doing it for $100, down from 120.
What? Which Woolworths? It would be just all Woolworths.
The supermarket. Like if you
I know
just
the
go to one of their
supermarket,
stores.
but which one's like Melbourne Central or something? Or
Oh, because it's like so the gamesman must have a partnership with them because it's actually sold and shipped by the gamesman, but you can buy it from Woolworths. The
okay.
gamesman you can buy it also just from directly.
For
But
100,
Woolworths probably wouldn't charge you postage to the same level, so that's
click
interesting.
and collect. That's interesting. It is very interesting.
I'll have a bit of a look. I don't have a Woolworths account, so
Me either.
huh. That's interesting though.
It is interesting.
Pick up in store. Save postcode. Let's not type it out, not say it out loud, but
Yes, this
then
is
it
still our
forces- then
PAX
it-
coverage. We're
then
just
it-
trying to figure out a
I
controller.
don't
here.
need to dox myself like I've done on a footy stream in the last 12 months. So no, I have to be logged in. Bloody Woolworths. Either way, $100 is great.
Or you
just
could have gone to PAX and
direct-
paid
direct through the
$25.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I've
Anyway,
had
good on 'em.
like 2 bargains from controllers at PAX. I was like, brought one 2 years ago. He's like, it's $25. Same thing, $25. He's like, oh, it's 2 for 30. I was like, oh, sold. I'll take 2. Thank you very much.
Were there any other games you need to talk about? Oh no, we need to
One
probably
more.
talk Horror Warriors a little bit more though, right?
Oh, we probably could. It wasn't the biggest of demos, but it was enough. I was like, yeah.
It runs
I'm sold on
well.
it.
There's no.
It runs
didn't seem
well,
like there's any
combat's
performance
well.
issues, which is half the battle.
It was just me and my poor directions where the Nintendo guy had to assist me. He's like, yeah, you got to go that way. He's like, oh, right. I just completely missed an opening in a wall. I just ignored it completely. But overall, combat's great. Don't really think I need to know anything about the story. Don't know who any of the people are. But maybe I should start playing Tears of the Kingdom. But I shouldn't have to because it's back in time.
It's
So-
yeah, prequel I think.
It's a prequel. But yeah, I think it wasn't the biggest of demos, but it was enough to go, yeah, I think this is going to be a good game.
Good. No, I'm pretty stoked with the time I spent with it as well. So
And then there's one more game. Actually, I'll put an honorable mention because this is a game I observed, but didn't get to play because there were kids playing it. I thought, you know what, the kids can play it. But the guy talked to me, really gave me the details of it, and that is Doggy Don't Care.
no, don't know that one either. That's one of the best things about PAX. There's just so many games. You're not going to see them all.
So many games. So it's basically all like an untitled goose game type of game where you have a goal, but you don't have to really do that goal. You just be a dog and just piss on everything or just rip up everything.
Oh, actually, no, I saw this one around. It does actually looking at it does have those kind of chaotic, Untitled Goose Game sort of vibes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to play it because he said, "Oh, I'm just letting these kids play it a bit extra." I thought, you know, fair enough. And then more kids came along, and I thought, you know what?
I don't
Take
need to
my
play this
spot.
that badly.
Take my spot. You can have it, kid. You can go be a dog and just piss on everything and just, you know, be a kid.
Enjoy it.
So, But the final game that I played, both of us played it, and we were the first people of the PAX exhibition to break the game as well, which
It's
was
true.
Footy Bash. And also, too, it's a real, it's an actual
You got an
genuine
actual
footy as
Sharon,
well.
yeah, which is pretty
It's an
sweet.
actual Sharon, which is cool because he's like come to me, he's like, oh, do you want a footy? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll have another squishy footy. Why not? I've got one already. Just opens up his little drawer, gives me
Pops a Sharon
this
out.
right here, gives me the actual Sharon. I was like, oh shit, it's actually a real football. A
Yeah,
mini footy, I should say.
it's one of the
So
coolest
literally-
things. They've partnered with Sharon, and they will just give which for anyone who's not an AFL fan, that is the company that makes the official AFL football. Partnered with
Jeez,
Sharon, and
imagine-
they've made a whole bunch of them. So
I mean, see, Sharon did the smart thing and sponsored, collaborate with them. If only the AFL did the same thing.
yeah,
They didn't.
we know things
They
now, so
decided-
we can't tell stories about what we know now. But I mean, they were also handing out little codes and coupons to get 25% off anything from the Sharon store if people wanted to
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
we too. Yes.
which was great.
Which
for
we'll
what it's
we'll
worth,
look at it.
PAX
yeah, we'll-
25 is what you type.
I remember that because we were looking at it going 25% off Sharon. I was like, no way, is that real? It's like, yeah, get out of here. That can't be right. Turns out it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
AFL's
put
not
out
partnering
Sharon.
them with it, but Sharon, they've got good heads on their shoulders, and apparently a lot of them there are playing, keen on the game and have been playing the demo and those sorts of things on Steam. So
And we both played it, and we might not have kicked the most goals, which if you kick the most goals of one, you won a switch to.
Yeah.
But we would have definitely won the most punches landed. we played one game.
definitely the most thrown.
Thrown, definitely, because we hit. It was what at the end of the game we landed. There's
like
4 people there.
It was like 100 to
196.
97,
196 punches in about what a 4-minute game of
4-minute game.
football. It's like there were no goals. It was like 1 or 2 goals kicked. It was just all punches.
Yeah.
That's all everyone was doing.
It's the best way to play the game.
The guy was there. Was like, "Do you know how to play this game?" He's like, "Yeah." Which one's the punch one? He said, "That's there." Kick. He's like, "I don't. Yeah, I don't
No,
care."
don't tell me.
about
Don't
kicking."
tell me about
Like,
kicking. I'm not worrying
It's
about.
like, oh, it's like, oh, I thought I've never seen you before. It's like straight away. It's like someone who knows the game straight away. Punch. Don't kick, just punch. Don't have to worry about anything else.
And they're planning early access next year, which
Yes.
is great.
But also, other one, there was another football game too. Didn't play it either. I wouldn't call it
Project Footy.
Project Footy. I wouldn't call it competition to Footy Bash. It is competition to whatever that was. It Angry
AFL
Ant?
26, Big Ants one.
Yeah, that's the competition I call it because Footy Bash is probably a lot better, a lot more entertaining,
Well,
less
it's-
broken.
Like even Project's pretty arcadey in a lot of ways. So like, and yeah, you didn't go hands on, but I guess Footy Bash was your last game, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll spin off into mine there. So Project Footy, it's a little bit more simmy, but it's still pretty arcade at the end of the day. So like, you got 2 teams going head to head. Firstly, the big difference is one of the big differences actually. This one is on track for consoles, day and date next year, along with PC. But like if you get a goal kicked against you, a whole bunch of cards will appear, and you get to choose a particular card, and that unlocks like a power up. So like, each goal's worth 10 points, or the one that like completely blew my mind. I was playing against an old mate of mine that I used to work with at my old school. Sean Hawkins, I don't care about outing him. He's big, been doing a bunch in the wrestling scene and all sorts over the years. But him and I were playing. He was looking at it as I wandered over and like, oh shit, hang on, I know you. We haven't seen each other in years. And then both bonded over that. And him having a crack at Geelong losing the grand final, the fuckwit. So one of the particular power-ups that he activated, and it completely threw me off because I was chasing him as if he was going left to right, and all of a sudden he just deviated and went like towards the top of the screen. One of the power-ups unlocked goals, like sets of goals, all around the ground, and you just had to wander up to any of them and kick a goal. So you could go in a full 360 degrees rather than just going towards the left or just to the right, which was a cool one. There's heaps of different power-ups. They gave me like an actual booster pack of cards afterwards that like you cracked them open and it was a whole bunch of the different power-ups, including one that was shiny. Like they really lent into kind of some of the TCG and card collecting stuff that's going on, made their booster packs for it. They are the booster packs with cards that you see from the game. It was really cool promotion. They did an amazing job.
with their fancy bomber jackets and everything. He's like,
Yeah, their
they look
jackets were
like,
cool.
I said they look like security guards at one point. I was like, well, who are these people? Like, they're hanging around this football game. And I realized, oh, it's just the developers. Never mind.
Yeah.
But it's like really two different styles as well. Where Footy Bash is more of a very arcadey style, where
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam and Pro Jack, it is a bit more free flowing.
Yep.
As you can see, but
You can actually play
like
a bit more football in it.
But there's also like a bit of a twist in it as well. Just throw a spatter in the works and you go,
And
hey,
you can still punch people as well.
But it's not as funny though.
It's not as funny. There's no blood. Like, but it's kind of this. It is weird. Like, you've got Big Ants Works AFL 26 that are really full blown sim. You've then got Footy Bash that's absolutely 100% arcade, and then you've got Pro Jank Footy, which is kind of somewhere in the middle. Which I like that we've got those three very different things, and people could justify playing any or all of these games, and only be disappointed by AFL 26.
The one that got the most money spent on.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's actually pretty decent this time around. But that's the one that people are going to get disappointed in because they draw their comparisons to EA and to 2K and all that sort of stuff, which is not Big Ant's fault. But anyway, a lot of the games you've spoken about end up like there's more crossover than I had initially expected. So I'm just double checking. Oh, one indie that we haven't discussed is a game called the Indigo Initiative, which is actually developed by friend of Player 2, John O'Peck. He's worked with actually Colin Moriarty and his team on Tribreaker and some of their games, as well as their big JRPG that's on the way. He's worked with the
Trigger
New
Witch?
Zealand team, Trigger Witch, and they are also responsible for Reverie. Not that he developed that one, but he's gotten around a bit now in kind of a writing capacity. He's been doing some really great stuff. But I got to play that one. It's a very Portal-inspired puzzle game, but the hook with it, like, you've got a gun, not dissimilar to Portal. At the end of the day, obviously you got your portal gun in that one. But it's not about shooting portals. It's about kind of collecting elements and then using the element to kind of solve the puzzle. So you might see a flaming torch nearby, and you're like, oh, I'm going to need the fire from that to light this thing on fire, which then allows me to get through here. So you'll go and use the gun to kind of absorb the firepower from it, and then now your gun will shoot fire. So you can shoot fire at the thing that you need to burn up. Or you can soak up electricity or water or different elements and those sort of things, and use those to your advantage to actually progress through the puzzle. You've also got this kinetic power that's separate to the gun that you can use your hand and grab stuff and manipulate it around. So they had like big buzzsaw blades that you, like in one case I picked up the buzzsaw blades and then threw them at a wall. Like I needed to get up to the top of this wall, and I shot them at the wall. And they all got stuck in the walls, and then I just jumped up the buzzsaw blades and up to the top to get past that particular little puzzle bit. They're still working on it quite a lot. I think they're going to take a lot of feedback from this. There was one particular segment, it was like the final puzzle of the demo, where there was this big water tank, completely full, but then this big open expanse. You couldn't get across it. You needed to have fill with water so you could swim across. And they had a predetermined solution where you needed to use like your electricity powers and your fire powers, kind of combine those to essentially cause the tank to fall off kilter, break, and the water kind of start spilling out and fill up this big expanse that you could then swim across. But what Jono was telling me when I played, and I played it on day one, what he was telling me is they'd already spotted at that point a whole bunch of people that were picking up the buzzsaw blades that were still floating around and shooting those with the kinetic powers and shooting those at the tank as if it should cut its way through, and then the water would come out, and they're like, oh shit, like we didn't think about that. So overnight they went and put that feature into the game, and so the water in the tank I didn't go back and check it the next day, but this was what their plan was, and I backed them in that they actually went and did it. And then water would come spilling out, and they're adapting to they. One of the things they said is that they've taken a lot of inspiration from the likes of Breath of the Wild, in the sense that they're not going to make a shit Zelda game, but they're going to kind of look at multiple ways to solve it. That if you can kind of work the physics, work the mechanics they've given you in your favor, and it's not even the initial main planned solution, then you can do it. Which I think is really cool. I think the more opportunities they get to play, test, and demo this thing and see what people are trying to do, and go, oh yeah, that's a logical way to do it. Maybe we'll unlock the ability for you to do that, I think the better this game's going to be. So I think they're really onto something. But Jono's writing is also really good as well. So stay tuned for the Indigo Initiative whenever that comes out, possibly next year, maybe the year after. Also, visually, it looks absolutely stunning. This is like an Unreal 5 game, and it looks incredible. And other than that, like in terms of like the indies, we've kind of touched on Infant, Indigo Initiative, the 2 footy games. So the rest was the AAAs, where we've already spoken a bit about Hyrule Warriors. I played Kirby, where I thought I was going to have an aneurysm, just with the amount of flying colors and just crazy speed on the whole thing in some pretty small arenas, lots of players moving around in the competitive multiplayer stuff. It was wild. I won every match I played, but I don't really know how I won.
I remember those types of games. Like, you're just like, how did you do that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it just happened very quickly, and I won. So once I work out what I'm doing, look out. It's gonna be like Mario Kart World all over again until everyone can play it. And then Pokemon Legends ZA was the other one, which I jumped in. And I took advantage, as we alluded to before, I took advantage of that media hour to tick off those ones. I didn't worry about Metroid because it was the same demo I played back in May or June or whatever it was. But Pokemon Legends is shaping up really well. It's out in like 2 days as of when this episode goes live. But it's doing some really cool stuff. I like the feel of it. I tried the Mega Evolution side of things, tried normal combat. It feels great. So yeah, that's it. Everything after that was all just about socializing, drinking beer, eating too much, and I did all of those things, and it was good. And I had an interview and shout out to PlayStation, who are trying to help me to solve the technical problems that I had, which led to my audio being corrupted. But also had the opportunity to chat to Rob Davis from Sucker Punch, responsible for Ghost of Yotei, that has just recently come out, that you've been playing, that I'm playing, have played. There it is. There's his copy of Ghost. It's an absolutely amazing game. People go get it. But yeah, Rob, who's a Sydney local, flew back into Australia, came down for PAX, shared a good 20-25 minutes of his time with me, and then I lost half the audio. So, great. Thanks, Department of Education computer. You failed me again.
May not discriminate which Department of Education it was, but it was...
Victorian one. They suck. No.
Okay, there we go.
That doesn't matter.
We've narrowed it down.
The public sector always never ceases to fail you. But yeah, so that was that. We are organising a time, and I will sit here from my studio, and I will chat to him that way, assuming they can get the times to match. So hopefully no drama second time around. But game's looking real good. I'm really happy with obviously where Ghost of Yotei is at. I hope lots and lots of people are enjoying it. We're going to get the Legends expansion sometime next year. I'm very keen to see what Max Cooper from the Pop Culturist managed to get, because he had an extended conversation. PR weren't kind of watching the clock, seemingly, like they should have been, and his 20-minute session became about 45 minutes, and they touched on all sorts of things. So I'm very keen to see what he's pulled together once he does the edit, or once Ryan gets back from the WWE, because he made a stupid decision to go to Perth this past weekend and edits it. I'm really interested to see what they've compiled. So make sure just go check out our friends at the Pop Culturist for their interview with Rob Davis, because it sounds like Max had a really good time with it.
And also, there's also meant to be some seasonal guy.
Oh yeah, there's a seasonal Padge. He's a bit of a dickhead, but he's rocking up now on Mondays, Tuesdays when they go to air. So it's a thing. It's me, everyone. I'm on the Pop Culturist. So I'm for the players for during the footy off season.
During cricket season, where I definitely won't be doing excessive amounts of sports coverage.
But yeah, that's kind of the PAX experience. It's, for me, it's always about kind of getting to hang out with people. we cross paths, planned to meet up to play Footy Jank, Pro Jank, and then lost each other in the process. And then just through different circumstances didn't bump into each other, unfortunately, for the rest of the weekend. But it's always good getting to hang out with you at these things, seeing heaps of other people from games media, games development, other friends that have popped up from other realms. It's awesome. So already looking forward to doing it in 2026. Any other thoughts from you, mate?
No, I went to some panels as well, but I will say some of the really big panels, and we sort of off air a couple of weeks ago, we'll scratch our heads at it. Like, why was some of like the big ones at like 6 o'clock,
Yeah, like the
5, 6 o'clock? We
Borderlands
scratch our
one
head
with
like the
Randy.
Borderlands one with Randy's like, why would you put that like I don't know between 12 and 4 or something like at the peak times of PAX, not at the end where everyone's like, if that was me going to watch Randy talk about stuff and I sat in that chair at 6 o'clock, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
I've
it's kind
I've
of
had a
wild
big
because like
day.
at that particular panel, I'm just quickly doing a like a world time buddy and just double checking time zones. This the 5 p.m. slot that they ran at 5 till 6 that converts to 11 till 12, like going on midnight in
In the
like
US.
Pacific time in the US. They announced the DLC at that time, like in the thing. They showed off the
Well, when
DLC that was
everyone
coming
also
in a couple months.
when
Why
everyone
couldn't
was
they
in
have gone
bed.
like midday and it would have been like 6 or 7 p.m. in the US and perfect for them. Even like an AM one and gone, and then it drops at like 4 p.m. I know part of it's down to the scheduling that PAX will come up with, but I'm pretty sure if you're saying, "Hey, I've got Randy here, or I've got Rob Davis here, let's get a prime time slot," I'm sure they'll give it to you. So that sort of stuff I just don't understand. But it has been really good to see some of the big guests starting to come out, some of the big international developers making their way out this year and last year in particular.
It's
Um,
also to Randy, every time there's been a Borderlands type game being released,
he comes to Australia.
he always comes to Australia. Ever since I started when I came in 2014, it was
13 or
when the
14, yeah.
when pre-sequel came out. He was there. When Borderlands 3 came out, he was there. I think it was another year there too where he just
Yeah,
randomly
back
came
back
out.
when Borderlands 2
2015
first
or
came out.
something.
Borderlands 3 was obviously pandemic time, so I don't know if he actually did that. But
It was in
or
2019.
was it? Oh yeah, that's right. But hang on, keep chatting. I'm pretty sure I can like dig out some of my old stuff from when they were
Like
here.
your picture. So I'll go through while you go there. I'll go through what paddle he's got anyway. So I'm going to talk about the paddles I saw. So my first paddle was find your niche in cozy gaming. So it was just about a bunch of developers creating cozy games, something like Animal Crossing, where there is no difficulty, no challenge. You just have a nice, relaxing time, non-stressful time, I should say, just playing a game and enjoying it, which is what you want sometimes. The second one was, well, he's coming back. What's he got? Well, he's got his pictures. Go on.
Oh, you were midway. Sorry, I thought you were midway through
No, I
saying
just
something.
finished when he turned up.
Like it was just and you obviously referenced the pre-sequel, like just popping in and getting my getting to
Oh, there
get
we
the
go.
team to sign my copy of the pre-sequel back in the day. You've got Randy and some of the others that were there. Like these sorts of things, like it's huge for communities when they get the opportunity. Obviously, I've been pretty fortunate in the years since to get to interview and speak to heaps and heaps of people, and so I wouldn't say the novelty wears off. Oh, there we go, and the back of Borderlands 2 as well. Um, the novelty doesn't necessarily wear off per se, but I guess it's less of a I'm getting giddy sort of moment here. Oh, that's right. They handed this out where it gave you like a certificate of appreciation. It was like the ultimate Vault Hunters pack upgrade 2 for Borderlands 2. Like they were just handing out things. They were engaging with the community. That sort of stuff is huge when you're trying to build up a community around games. And I think like Randy does some stupid stuff online.
But he also does some really good stuff as well.
He does some really, really good stuff, and he understands that the fans are the lifeblood of this thing, and to try and engage with them, and sometimes he gets it wrong, but more often than not he gets it right, and he gets a lot of hype going. Even the way he just gives away those shift keys all the time online, like people, the fans
Oh, yeah.
appreciate that. Like, I'll go get myself some awesome high end loot. Randy's just giving it away basically.
It's also the
These
fact
sorts of
too
things are good.
when if you look at Steam sales as well, they have like that loot. Was it the Loot Hunters pack?
Yeah,
Where it's like every Borderlands game is like $20. Like if you try and find another developer that would go and do that just to try and like, hey, have them all for cheap. Then buy Borderlands 4. It's like it's not a stupid thing to do. It's like, oh, it's quite smart if you just want to get new people in. And it's also the fact too, like I read somewhere where the Borderlands 4 sales that the Borderlands have sold over like 100 million copies, which is crazy when you think about it. Especially for a franchise that's not GTA
yeah,
to sell 100 million.
it's gonna be ridiculous. We're getting close.
That is 99 million more than Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
That's the comparison.
That's the comparison. All right. Well, on that note, sucked in Star Wars Outlaws. We'll wrap things up there. If you enjoyed this episode of Patch, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons are down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patched. We've got YouTube shorts. We've got Let's Plays and a whole bunch more. Visit the website player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series Patched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks, lower tiers, early access, higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there are the socials. Matto,
Phil.
Paul, James Games, for myself. The website is player2au. Thanks to everyone who I caught up with at PAX. Looking forward to doing it all again next year. And until, well, next week, thanks all for watching. We'll see you later. Shout out to all the PAX Helldivers as well. You did God's work.